Hello everyone. Firstly, let me say welcome to computer science. I'm so excited that I get to speak to you today. My name is Niamh Stockil and I'm an alumni of the course. What I'm going to talk to you today is about my career, about my experience in college, and some tips and tricks as you start that journey yourself. I work as a software engineer at Microsoft. I'm based in Dublin, and the area I specialise in is localization. What that means is building systems that allow Microsoft customers to use our products and services across the planet, no matter what language they speak. I find the role very fulfilling. It is rife with very interesting problems to solve, and it's just very cool. Another thing, you might know me from this. Recently, I was on a television show called The Big Life Fix. This aired on RTE in March and then again more recently. As part of this series, I was part of a team of engineers and designers who came together to develop solutions from people across Ireland. This was an incredible experience and very unique in that I got to build apps as well as hardware and even a prosthetic. It was an incredible opportunity and very, very lovely show to watch. You can check it out on the RTE player if you're interested. But what I'm going to tell you now is both being on television and my career at Microsoft actually both really started when I started this course. When I started the course, I knew I liked computers, I liked video games, and I'm like, yeah, computer science makes a lot of sense for me. But I didn't necessarily know where I'd end up. When I came to third year, we had the opportunity to do work placement. And I was looking at the list of companies and I was like, you know what, Microsoft would be cool to work for. I'll apply to them. And luckily I got the position. Getting the position at Microsoft was cool. I got to work on crazy systems, I got to work with some fantastic people and really learn a lot about software engineering. At the end of my internship then, I was offered a full-time role. And what was cool about that was, firstly, I hadn't graduated yet. Secondly, I got a trial run at the job itself, so I knew that I liked it already. So I said yes, and that's actually how I started working at Microsoft full-time. So first bit of advice, use placement as an opportunity to see what you like. It's a trial run to see if you enjoy a role, enjoy a particular job type, and you could get a full-time position out of it. Coming into fourth year with a job already sorted means that you don't have to worry so much about actually applying for jobs through that final year, and you can instead focus on your final year project and on exams. In terms of the television show, this is kind of a stranger one, obviously. But while I was taking the course, you have laboratory demonstrators. They're students from the years above who help you figure out problems, figure out challenges. Through that, I was helping students in the years below me solve problems, and I had to be able to explain things and understand things and understand what they were saying, figure out the problems they were facing, and then help them solve those problems. Equally, as I did the course, you have projects and assignments where you do presentations, you're given a problem that you have to solve, so you need to be able to debug and understand and really come up with a solution around things. All these problem-solving abilities really lended to television, to be able to speak with someone and understand the issues they're facing, to understand requirements to build something from that, and then to go out and build it. These are key these are key skills that you'll learn throughout the course. But in addition, I have to be able to explain these on television. So talking about machine learning and what it takes to build a model. Because of that, being able to explain things as part of presentations, being able to communicate issues that students were facing, really helped in that side of things. Other things you really get to understand while you do the course is what areas of computer science you actually like. Computer science is a huge field with all sorts of roles, all sorts of positions, and all sorts of things you can do from it. Take the opportunity when you're choosing your coursework to choose classes that you don't know if you like or not, and by taking these classes you'll actually understand what it is you like and what it is you don't like. I like the software engineering classes and now I'm a software engineer, so it really does give you a taster to understand what's going on and where you like different things and what roles you might be interested in longer term. And I guess I've kind of talked about my career. I've talked about how the course helped me get to my career. So I'm just gonna, give you some advice that, you may not really think is much, but when I was reflecting back on what would have been really good to know about, I would say over the next few years, while you're in university, your lecturers are absolutely amazing resources for information. Whether you believe it or not, these are all experts in the field. They've spent years studying this stuff. They really do understand these topics and subject matters. When you go into industry, you don't necessarily always find that unless you're lucky enough to work with a senior developer who has years of experience. But all your college lecturers already have all this in-depth knowledge. So don't be afraid to ask questions and listen when you're in lectures. They'll talk about things that come up in exams and things that don't come up in exams. But those things that don't come up in exams could come up in life. And things that even come up in exams come up in life in ways you don't expect. So make sure you listen carefully. In terms of things that come up in life that you don't expect, one thing you'll do in the next year is bit manipulation. And this is basically binary maths. This is something that I genuinely thought I'd never have to do after college, but only a few months ago I actually had to solve an issue that completely revolved around it. So make sure you listen, pay attention, and really just enjoy yourselves. Over the next few years, you've got a great opportunity to learn, to explore, to understand what it really is that you like and enjoy about the field. So once again, the very best of luck and have a great college year.